Hi, I'm Jess Johnson, and I'm a courage and compassion coach. This YouTube channel is dedicated to EFT tapping. EFT stands for Emotional Freedom Techniques, and it involves tapping on what's called energy meridian points that are located around the body. These are the same points that are used in acupuncture or acupressure, and the ones that we use allow you to regulate your central nervous system, lower your body's cortisol, which is the stress hormone, and let you feel a sense of peace and by calming your body and quieting your mind. So I'm going to just introduce you briefly to the points right now. If you'd like to know more, I have a longer video series. You can click on the video description below and click on my WTF is EFT series to learn a little more. But I just want this quick video to give you an overview of the points so you can just go launch in and have fun tapping. And so let me back up just 1 second and say, why should I even care? Well, when you're tapping along, even with somebody else's words, even if you pick a video and you're like, this one doesn't even pertain to anything I'm going through right now. But just by tapping along, you're doing a couple of things. One, you are calming your central nervous system, that part of your brain that frequently loves to go in fight or flight. And so when you're tapping on these points, you're sending kind of a calming, soothing response to that part of your brain, which is going to allow your body to relax, because often when our central nervous system is activated, we're feeling things like anxiety, we're feeling overwhelmed, we're feeling a lot of things that make it really difficult for us to think clearly. So what you're doing there is, again, you're calming the brain, or you're calming the body, you're quieting the brain so you can think clearly, you can listen to your inner wisdom, you can problem solve for what's actually going on around you, instead of feeling as though you are getting lost in the weeds of a bunch of circumstances that you might not even be able to get clear on right now. And so you'll be tapping here. These are the points that we most often use. We're always going to start here in the side of the hand. We're going to start by saying the setup statement, which is where we honor the truth of how we feel. And we combine that with an affirmation of acceptance, recognizing that we are acknowledging ourselves with that thought or feeling that we don't want to feel. We don't have to accept the actual emotion. And we're going to do that 3 times. Yes, it's going to feel redundant. Yes, it's an important part of the process, which is why we do it. And then after that, we're going to go to the tippy top of the head. Then we're going to come down to the eyebrow points, which are the beginning of your eyebrow hairs. Then we're going to go to the side of the eye, which is right here on the bone right there, not on your temple. Then we're going to come down underneath your eye, using about 2 to 3 fingers. No need to bruise yourself, but a little harder than butterfly kisses. Under your nose, under your bottom lip. We're going to go down here to the collarbone point, which I want you to trace your fingers to the edge of your collarbone and then go about down about 1 inch and over about 1 inch, that soft fleshy area in there. So it should be called the just under the collarbone points. And then the last point is going to be on the side of your chest there. So about 4 inches. I always put my thumb in my armpit, and sorry, my camera won't exactly let you see that, but I extend that down. Ladies, no judgment here, but if you are wearing a bra, it's about where the top of your bra lies. So think about it that way. So those are the points we most often use. The energy meridians run down both sides of your body. So sometimes you might see me tapping with 2 hands. Sometimes you might see me tapping with 1 hand. Sometimes you might see me switching in between. I thought long and hard about, Jess, you should probably pick one so people don't get confused. What I really want you to understand about tapping is make it your own. You can make it your own. If it is feeling good for you, tap where you want to tap in the order that you want to do so. If it's not feeling good for you, it's typically one of 2 things that are happening. Usually we're going too much. We're trying to focus on too much at any one time. Or we're trying to focus on forcing ourselves not to feel the way we feel anymore. When what tapping allows you to do, it allows that release or a shift in perspective or a shift in how you're feeling, because it is safely allowing you to feel what you need to. So sometimes with tapping, people might start tapping and they feel, they kind of tap into their emotions a little more, and maybe some emotion comes up and they're like, oh my God, like, I thought this was supposed to be working for me. It is working for you. And no, I didn't put a hex on you. I promise that if you keep tapping and you keep your eyes open and you let yourself stay in here and now, you are going to feel that shift. And with that shift comes a whole new world available to you, because the greatest gift that you can give yourself is emotional freedom. And the way I think of that is the ability to feel our emotions without making that mean that there's anything wrong with us, or without feeling like we're going to die. So I appreciate you so much for being here, for doing this work, because I think the more you tap into this, the greater freedom you're giving yourself to be who you are, and a world where we each give ourselves permission to really fully feel and explore that is a more playful world. It's a kinder world. It's a more compassionate world. And it's a world that changes for the better. One other caveat I want to just quickly give here is that I'm a former Army veteran. I was a therapist prior to becoming a coach, and I worked in corrections before I joined the Army, and I worked with kids before that. I got a bit of a potty mouth. And so I have tried to rate these with the mature rating when needed. But just know, if you're not somebody who curses, you don't have to say what I say. You can beep it out or whatever. You're still going to get the same results. So I love just giving that little explicit lyrics caveat there. But furthermore, I just hope you enjoy diving into this, having fun with it, letting it be playful, and giving yourself permission to know that life gets to be as easy as possible. When it's hard, even when it's easy, give yourself permission to step into that. Thanks for being here.